So this photo was published by Democratic blog Hill Reporter, and it claims to show Ron DeSantis partying and drinking with his underage high school students during his brief stint as a high school teacher back in Georgia. His former students have come on the record to say that he's known to party with them, which I think I've heard about this before. But Donald Trump now says, I heard about it. This is fun. This is what he posted on Truth Social with that picture. That's not Ron, is it? He would never do such a thing. Of course, sarcasm dripping from it, and these underage folks' faces, they're blurred with that line also. Here's Ron DeSanctimonious, in case you didn't think this was Trump, grooming high school girls with alcohol as a teacher. Very rich coming from this guy and all the accusations surrounding him, but he wasn't done. He posted another. He said, no way. Same picture, same description. Still worried about Ron DeSanctimonious and his propensity to hang around with high school folks. So some details about this, because in case you guys didn't hear about it, it's probably pretty startling, even coming from Donald Trump. So these allegations that he had partying with these high schoolers is nothing new, as we've heard about. In fact, some of those former students have talked about it since and how weird it was. There was an article in November about his year as a teacher, his 1 year. I believe he was 23 years old with these 17 and 18-year-olds partying. Several students recalled that Mr. DeSantis was a frequent presence at parties with the seniors who lived in town. Most of them spoke about socializing with him on the condition of anonymity because they feared backlash for speaking publicly about it now that he's got some power. One said, as an 18-year-old, I remember thinking, what are you doing here, dude? That's what one of them said. In fact, I mean, I would have assumed they would have kicked his ass out. We all had the teacher that we thought was cool in high school. They never showed up at the parties. Let's keep it real. But now that he's been discovered, he's gonna have to try and figure his way maybe to discuss this. But there was one other part about this, because since he's hanging out with the high schoolers, he has to act like one too, right? One of them said that they said Mr. DeSantis challenged one boy to guzzle as much milk as he could in one sitting. The boy did it, and he threw up as dozens of his fellow classmates and students watched. And one of them said, I think about it now, I'm a teacher now in public school. His name is Adam Moody, and he was a freshman on the baseball team and witnessed that milk incident. He says, I put myself in that moment and it's just unthinkable. There's a cruelty to the sense of humor. There's a cruelty to the mentorship, if you want to call it mentorship, by the way. He had more going on there, but this is the first line. It's not even the first line of the battle back and forth, Francesca, between these two. I can't wait for more of this. I'm gonna need like this tub of popcorn the size of this table to get through it.
Oh yeah, I mean, it goes back and forth, right? Donald Trump is a raging hypocrite when he calls Ron DeSantis a groomer. This is a man who, let's put the rape allegations aside, walked in on 17-year-olds for his Miss America, Miss Teen USA pageant, right? And was like, I can walk in when they're dressing, and that, we know that, right? He hung out with Jeffrey Epstein. Remember that guy? Famous for actually grooming teenagers. But he's also not wrong. That is straight up Ron DeSantis, governor of Florida, obsessed with grooming, obsessed with the idea that teachers are somehow instilling sexual content into books, just partying with 17-year-olds. Just straight up like, okay, I'm the teacher. There should be a strict line here. No. I'm going to go to an alcohol-infused like party. Maybe he brought the drinks, who knows? What's great about that is that he was absolutely the lamest dude at the party. Like he's the old dude in the club, you know what I mean? Where you're like, bro, you need to go home kind of thing. Old man in club, no one should be. I mean, I don't want to be ageist. Everyone deserves get their groove on a little bit, but you don't want to be the old guy at the party.
Yeah, there's party settings for us older folks. You can find your people, definitely. There's still the folks doing it. Just if you find yourself surrounded by folks that were born when you were 27, you might go, maybe not. But you know what? There's one other part about this, and I mentioned it earlier this morning as well. As Donald Trump is coming on these attacks, this is something I hope some voters think about and figure out with it. He's pointed out how he's the reason why Ron DeSantis is on the political map. He said he endorsed him. He would never won without me. The reason why he's here is because of me. He's being disloyal. And now he's a groomer and he's potentially a pedophile, is what he's suggesting with these pictures and these descriptions. So doesn't that make it your fault, Donnie, that you brought this groomer pedophile along with you and unleashed him on the American people? You're culpable for this problem. Did you vet him beforehand? Did he know about this beforehand? He was perfectly fine with him then. He was fine with Ron DeSantis saying he's baby Trump. You brought him on. I guess you bring on groomers. Ron DeSantis tried to respond to this pushback, or at least this attack, the second or third one he's had from Donald Trump. Let's watch that.
And I'd also just say this. I spend my time delivering results for the people of Florida and fighting against Joe Biden. That's how I spend my time. I don't spend my time trying to smear other Republicans.
Oh, you better start, because they're smearing the hell out of you as he's standing in front of boxes of gas ranges. Because again, nothing is in this guy's agenda for actually helping the American people. Any last thoughts here, Francesca?
Oh, just I'm so excited. I mean, speaking of the popcorn, I can't wait to watch them fight. He's gonna have to fight. Otherwise, he's gonna pop like that spy balloon. You know, he's got to stay afloat. He's got to take off the gloves a little bit. And I am so here for it. And oh my God, if for some reason DeSantis edges out Trump, it's gonna be so beautiful. Trump is gonna be so mad, and he's gonna spill so much tea on everyone he knows. It's not gonna happen. I think he'll still be the nominee, but it would be so pretty if it did.
I think the perfect scenario just might be he spills the tea and then he still loses. I mean, who knows?
Yes,
we'll figure this whole thing out.
He's already spilling it anyway.
Truth. He's got more secrets.